Hang on. Oh, this is weird. Alright. Shit. Okay. Hello nobody, welcome. Alright. This is very interesting. I set this stream up completely manual this time, not using my previous things because I don't know exactly why, it just felt like it, I guess. And I forgot that all of my settings would be basically deleted. So I started the stream like 3 minutes ago, was already talking, was already discussing what we're gonna do today, only for it not to connect to YouTube properly. So that's why the people on Twitch already saw what was happening, but the people on YouTube did not. Whoa. I'm glad that I caught that now, 3 minutes after the fact, and not 30 minutes after the fact. Okay. Hang on. But yeah... Oh no, okay, but the OBS layout still alright. Okay. Wondered about that, got like 4 notifications. Yeah. That was weird, Guten Abend, alright, Panzerkitzen is here as well. Alright guys, okay, time for my second attempt at an info. Greetings ladies and lads, I hope you're having a fine evening. It's already Thursday, so only one and a half days left for the weekend. And yeah, today we're going to build 2 miniatures that I have picked out for us, or rather my girlfriend has picked out for us. Because I have forgotten to build the miniatures to paint them today. And yeah, that's basically the reason why we're not painting any miniatures today, but rather building them. It's going to be rather interesting. We're going to build one regular Marine or another Hellblast. I'm actually not quite sure. I think it's a regular Marine. And we're also going to build the guy featured on the thumbnail of today, a Captain in Gravis Armour. Rice, Nobody, and Panzerkitzen are already here. Right. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, I wanted to say, but yeah, it's only gentlemen. At Jan, and here we see a professional YouTuber. Yeah, it's actually funny, right? The one day I say, alright, I'm just gonna go to university as just as normal, and I'm just gonna do my chores for our flat ahead of time. I'm going to cook my girlfriend dinner, prepare everything. And after that, I actually do schoolwork. It's funny how the first time I do that, everything is completely derailed. I'm so behind schedule on actually like multiple projects, like after just one day of doing that. Okay. But it's going to be fine. Hopefully I can just work the night through. Anyways. Alright, time to head to the proper painting stream. There we go. Or rather, the building stream today. Hang on. The cable is a little bit funky today. How are you all doing? I hope everything is rather alright with you. By the way, the reason I'm wearing my my bathrobe today, my certified brink of art bathrobe, and because I'm looking a little bit thicker today, is because the window is open because I sprayed the entire flat with anti-mold solution. And yeah. It's reeking of chemicals, and my girlfriend hates the smell. That's why I've been taking in the cold, wintry air all day. And that's why I'm in a bathrobe and having a, I don't know what's called in English, like a warming flask under my bathrobe as well. Because it gets rather cold, I'll tell you that, especially when you sit all day. Rice says, damn bro. Panzerkitzen says, you sure wanna stream then? May as well focus on the school project? Nah, that's alright. I've got Christmas holidays ahead of me, and I tell myself I just need to log in, right? So yeah. Must smell like good old Hallenfreibad. Oh yeah, it is. Yeah, pretty much exactly like that. I don't mind the smell, but she does. And Fatman's Kitchen is also here saying, doing well. Excellent. Alright. We wanna start. I wanna start slow today. Don't want to go too crazy. So first off, I got this for you. Hang on. I'm gonna try to do the recording as well this time. There we go. Hang on. Yeah, okay, like this. These are the little packages that my girlfriend packs for me. And yeah, time to unpack. Wrapped in wintry penguins. we find... I realized I had the bag already off screen. These little like bread, you know, school lunch bags made from paper with a little symbol on there. There, a little circle, so my girlfriend knows what miniatures she packed where. And then we go. There we go. There we go. Hang on. Did we get everything? Yes. All right. So as we can see immediately here, we are being greeted by an incredible regular Space Marine, a regular Tactical Marine. But this time it's going to be interesting because this guy actually has a nice vibro knife. A combat knife, I think? Yeah, a combat knife. Vibro knife is Star Wars, isn't it? And yeah, this is going to be hella interesting to build. Yeah, on top of a supporter boon, you could make a kill team and give the models supporter names. I mean, that would be very cool, yeah. I actually had something similar in mind once. I wanted to paint your Space Marine 2 characters. So basically, you would send in what your Space Marine 2 character looks like, your Space Marine 2 Marine. Because you know you can customize him and everything. And then I'll try my best to build and paint him just like the ones that you have in the game, right? I felt like that would be nice. Unfortunately, that would also cost a whole lot of money. And that's the main reason why I didn't do it back then. Because this was planned as like the winter project for last year. And then I was like, eh. But also I forgot that I could buy, you know, just the individual bits off eBay. Instead of, you know, doing it some way else. You know. Oh, you don't own Space Marine 2? Ah, pity. I like that actually. The Kill Team version. It's Pikachu. A knife, eh? Sounds perfect, perfect depending on your painting intentions. Ooh, yeah. Actually, right. Bold to assume everyone has Space Marine 2 lols. Yeah, that's actually fair enough. The idea was to... basically, the main idea was that everybody who had that game could send in their characters. That's, of course, another thing. I'm not gonna lie, my idea was more to put it on, like, Instagram and Reddit as well. To try to fish for new viewers. But yeah, that was a rather expensive idea, and that's why I didn't do it. BRB gonna check my post box. Hopefully I've gotten a bottle of old style Thunderhawk dry brush. Ooh, yeah, do that. Thunderhawk dry brush? Thought it was Thunderhawk spray that you're looking for. But yeah, I'm, you know, as with every Marine, and the reason why building one of these guys takes for me like around 30 minutes if I don't talk, 60 minutes if I do talk, you know, classic, is the reason for that is that I'm very diligent in scraping off every, or trying to scrape off every, you know, mold line and stuff like this, just using a regular hobby knife for it. Because I can't be bothered to buy the proper tool from Games Workshop. A hobby knife, is, you know, works just as well. So why not? Oh, hang on. Francois Marion. Typing 07. Holy shit, haven't seen you in a whole while. Let's go. How are you doing? Nobody says you could form a kill team of your so far painted minis. The stream team. That would be kind of sick, yeah. Would probably also work because every guy's like from a different chapter and everything. Yeah, maybe, sure. Though I do have 4 Celestial Spears already, right? I want to change something. I'm rather, you know, the music is blasting me rather loudly. Okay, hang on. Did we? Yes, okay. So this is the thing. But yeah, Francois Marion, how are you doing? And by the way, I hope I pronounced you right. I could also just pronounce you Francois Marion. Oh. It's been a while since you've been in my feed. I'm well enough. You? Oh, I'm very well as well. Drowning in work because not only do I have a couple of regular university assignments to fulfill, I also have to, you know, start working on my diploma properly. I, you know, want to stream every day, or rather post something every day. And I also have taken it upon myself to paint a proper oil portrait of every one of my family members for Christmas. And yeah. So, that's quite a lot of work for one person to do. Especially somebody who wants to give his girlfriend all the attention she deserves and needs. But other than that, you know, my days are very short. Filled with work. I don't know where the time goes. And yeah. But apart from that, you know, I'm very healthy, very happy. It's been quite a good time. And I've also managed to finally open up a Discord. So if you wanna, you mentioned me not being on your feed so often. If you wanna get the latest of Brink of Art news, of course, then you can head right to the community section where I've posted the invite link to the Discord server, where you will always have the latest news and notifications when the stream starts. And I'm very happy that, you know, Inquisitor made the bot that notifies you every time I post something, because it does seem to help, especially with the streams, especially for people who don't get the notifications as well. Vash is also here, let's go! No paint, hopefully tomorrow. Ah, shit, okay. Yep, hopefully tomorrow, man. I'm rooting for you. Hang on, I think we have 2 combat knives, actually. Oh yeah, there we go. What is the difference between these 2 arms? I'm guessing, there is none. And yep, that's probably right. I think it's probably supposed to be an option for multiple Marines. And these 2, because my girlfriend took, you know, took it upon herself to already cut each individual Marine out of their sprue. And that these 2 arms have just been put into the same bag. Yeah. One is female. The angle, the height of the blade. Are you serious? You're joking. No way. No. They are identical. I could put them over one another. One is female. That's but nah. Nope. Sorry to disappoint. It's the same arm. It's not the officer. This is actually the same arm. Okay, my bad. I mean, I did probably hold them weird. Yeah, sure. No, you're good. We also have an arm right here, where he's just making a fist, which is quite nice. You know, he's probably talking into the Vox, which, if we zoom in, probably is very much correct. As the Vox, you know, whatever, caster, speaker, microphone is right here in his bracer. My girlfriend also said that this might be a good pose if he's like coughing and he holds his fist up to, you know, cough into it. I'm not gonna use that arm though. I thought one elbow was bent more. I mean, sure, yeah. One is female though. Will you be painting your captain as a celestial spear or something special? That is actually a great question. And, you know, another reason why I'm not painting him today. Because I couldn't decide on that. The celestial spears are supposed to be more of a, you know, supporting, scouting, and you know, a stealthy chapter. Not necessarily stealthy as the Raven Guard, but definitely stealthy as, you know, lots of Phobos Marines. Because I like the Phobos armor quite a lot. And that's why I also have a Phobos captain for them, who was supposed to be the first Celestial Spear, but I never got around to painting him so far. I did build him. He's ready. But yeah. So I'm not actually sure if I want to have him as a Celestial Spear. The alternative would be an Imperial Fist, which would be the founding chapter of the Celestial Spears. Not quite sure if I want to do that after all, because it is rather messy. It is getting rather messy with all the different chapters. So I don't know. Doesn't every chapter need a captain? Oh yeah, technically every chapter needs 10 captains, right? One for every company. So yeah, I'm not 100% sure on that. But again, I do have a captain in Phobos armor, which would be more accurate to the way that I want to portray them. And this guy has a combat knife, so I want to give him an auto bolter, which would have been my personal weapons of choice for my character in Space Marine 2. Yes, at least 10 captains. Bingo, that's what I thought. I gotta hand it to Space Marine 2. The fact that it definitely helps me to understand the Space Marine chapter hierarchy and structure a lot more. And if you want to get more into that, there's of course the, I think it's the Invictus who made the video about that, the structure of a Space Marine chapter. A very cool video, very cool. I like that one a lot. Where they talk about how, again, the Space Marine structure that chapter and everything. That's very cool. I like it. Ooh, I could make this guy a Raven Guard if I don't want to do him a Celestial Spear. So either a Raven Guard or a what's it called? A Basilisk. That would be fun. Well, only Codex True chapters need 10 captains. Yeah. I mean, they are Codex True, right? Imperial Fist successors and all. They are very law-aligned. Didn't Rogel Dawn also hate the idea of different chapters? Yeah, he doesn't want the legions to split up, right? Though I don't remember the exact words that were exchanged then. Nobody said also, a couple of minutes ago, okay, then I need you to paint a Marine in Balthasar Gold, highlight with Hashut Copper lightly, cover in Agrax Earthshade, gloss, and then paint the shoulder pads in Corn Red. Then you've got a Minotaur. Minotaur would also be good, right? Though Minotaurs... Did Minotaurs get the Primaris upgrade? Sanding twigs help with cleanup a lot, says Corey Spofford. Ooh. Definitely a good idea. Yeah. I say that a lot, that anytime somebody recommends like a nice tool or even like an easy tool for me, my first reaction is, yeah, that's something professionals do. And then I remember, oh yeah, I've been on YouTube for 3 years, I've painted multiple commissions, and my channel is about to reach 4K. I think it's okay if I get myself some more professional gear, especially if the result is better. And even if I didn't do all that, I've been in the hobby for like 10 years as well now, so, you know. Are you doing Deathwatch? Ooh, that would be cool, but no. I was really tempted to get the new Deathwatch kit. Just, you know, held off on it because I have so many other things to build and paint. Vulcan neither? Vulcan didn't want the legions to split up? Really? Huh. Didn't know. I thought he would be, I guess I just think him to be more compliant just because he's a rather nice Primarch. Like a very human one. I don't even know who would want the legions to split up after, apart from Gilman. So long, so long, so long says hello. Yeah. Hello, man. How are you doing? Not gonna lie, I would go Salamander or Imperial Fist. For the Captain in Gravis Armour? Yeah. I mean, fair enough as well, right? So, there we go. By the way, I did see that, I'll talk about that later. There's so many chats that I need to go get to first. Batman's Kitchen says Dorn hated it, but wouldn't revolt, partly because he didn't want another civil war, and he was weakened after the Iron Cage. Yeah, no, I get that. I mean, there is this one popular meme, this one Warhammer meme where Gilliman says nobody will be against the Codex Astartes because of the implication, because, you know, like what, 200,000 Ultramarines were standing in front of their gate. So yeah. There's not much refuting that. Are you by chance of Scandinavian persuasions? I am. Perchance not. I am very flattered that you would think that, because, you know, as a YouTuber, many great YouTubers have come from Scandinavia. And I, you know, take it as a compliment that you would think me of that origin as well. As I feel that it shows that I do have some potential here. No, but jokes aside, I'm from Germany, so I think, you know, close enough, right? Can't hide my accent perfectly yet. And even the word structure, since my girlfriend has started to study English, like, properly, you know? I've been really, I've been shocked by how bad I actually speak English. Like, not bad in the sense that nobody can understand me, but bad in the fact that it's still crazy how many mistakes I make, even like small ones in just like in the way I structure sentences, and yeah, in the way that I can't make out mistakes when somebody else does them. It's actually been, yeah, it's been rough. I'm not good at accents. I mean, hey, you know. I'm not that good either. But, you know, again, close enough, right? Okay, I think we've got everything for the first Marine. Jan, don't worry, I get called German Kraut by my family all the time. Oh, yeah? I must say, my grandfather spoke German with, like, the thickest accent that I've ever heard. And, but he spoke a very fluent, he still spoke very fluent and eloquently. Like, fluent, like the German fluent, you know, the accent still came through very much. But he could hold any conversation and could speak about any topic in English if he wanted to. That's what the sailor's life gives you, right? Oh yeah, and of course we do have, because he has his blade drawn, we also have this small dagger sheath that I really want to get to. Nobody says, only thing Minotaurs did in combination with Primaris was find the STC for the hover tanks. Really? So Call could build the Primaris hover tanks? Really, they did? Dang, I didn't know that. Wow, very instrumental, those boys. But yeah, for like Minotaurs or something, I'd rather use different miniatures than regular Marines. I don't know, some chapters I just assume, or rather have in my head, as like very specific miniatures. For example, for the Imperial Fist, I always think of a breacher with a shield, you know? So I was very happy when they finally released the new plastic breacher miniatures. Because again, you know, there's a reason why I want the Celestial Spears, these guys, to have to be of Imperial Fist origin, because I really like the Imperial Fists. Where do I get him? Did I get him from? There we go. Yeah, I don't know why GW writers wanted Minotaurs for that. I don't know what the Minotaurs actually would do on a regular day-to-day basis, though. Because they are so closely tied to the High Lords of Terra. And, you know, obey their command and do their bidding. Like, very much in the first place, right? And I know everywhere where they did play a big role, I think they did partake in the Siege of Rex, right? And of course the Badab War. But, yeah, I think... What would they do apart from that, right? It's not like they're known to go to different systems and defend them, like, for example, Ultramarines or Imperial Fists would. There we go. Sorry, I'm not particularly chatty today, very much ill currently. Oh yeah, that's right, you wrote me that you were ill. I did read your message. No worries, man. There are a lot of new people in chat today that I'm seeing for the first time, and it's quite a blast so far. So don't take it upon yourself to make out the bulk of the chat today. That's okay. Take yourself a good rest, man. By the way, I'm also sorry to hear that apparently it wouldn't really work out with the Basilisk. I think, you know, again, if the Basilisk color scheme is lore-friendly enough, lore-accurate enough for a Primaris Marine, I would still paint one. Because I think that would be only fair, right? You painted one of my Celestial Spears. I think you were the first or second to do so. So I think it's only fair that I paint one of you guys, right? Are you making Minotaur Space Marines? I don't know. The reason is maybe a Minotaur Hellblaster would go hard. So the thing is, what we're doing currently, if you're really like very new to this channel, this December my girlfriend made me a whole advent calendar of like these little, you know, packages. And each package includes a Warhammer miniature, particularly a Space Marine. So every day for the whole of December, more or less, I've been painting Space Marines on stream every evening, starting with a Dark Angel Hellblaster. Then on day 2 we painted a Celestial Spear, a Tactical Marine. After that we had a fucking Blade Guard veteran. I mean, that guy had to be a Black Templar. Of like a special order. I orientated myself on the Leper Knights of St. Lazarus from what are they called again? Oh yeah, from real life. From real life. And yeah, from the Knights Templari. And you know, as you can see over here, after that we had a little bit of a streak of like Celestial Spears. Then I do have another Hellblaster, but this time again from the Dark Angels. But of course we have some classic, you know, regular Marines without particular chapter denomination here as well. So yeah, I'm not quite sure. Very nice paint jobs. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Ooh, that's nice and very nice. Yeah, thank you very much. I hope I will be able to crank out one long form video at the end of the year as well. The winter project has also not come very far so far, because it's just so much currently. But yeah, it's fun. So now I try to actually do one, maybe like try to diversify it more. So maybe Minotaurs, and as Fat Man's Kitchen pointed out, maybe a Lamenta as well. That would be cool. Put on my big boy pants and paint him in, like, do the free-handing. That would be kind of cool. Not only kinda, that would be rather cool. Alright. Hang on, let me put him on the base first. Or rather, let's put on his griefs first. But yeah, if you're very new here, please feel free to check out the VODs, check out the channel videos, the more long-form videos. It definitely is quality over quantity, at least I hope so. And yeah, been very prolific in the posting of shorts as of late as well. Disregard the short from yesterday, that one is quite ass, simply due to me running out of time, because I do want to try to post something every day. And my girlfriend was getting rather impatient and... no, I was very tired. There we go. There we go. I think it's rather cool that the griefs are separate, I don't know. Always so nice to feel them snap to the leg. There we go. A Lamenter is a must, but a Red Hunter would also be awesome too. Alright, okay. Red Hunter, hang on. Hang on, let me put this guy on his base and then I'll actually Google it, because I don't know the actual the colors of that chapter. Actually is saying nothing to me. There we go. Ah, come on. Maybe a little bit too little paint. The glue of Games Workshop is actually like really fucking good. I tried to take off my the Tech Priest that we painted a couple of streams ago to, you know, model his base a lot better. And I couldn't get him off. So this little guy that we painted a couple of weeks ago, yeah, as you can see the base is still blank, and you can also see the way I tried to scrape with my knife, scrape his foot off there. Didn't work. It's crazy actually. It's good huffing stuff for sure, yeah. That as well. I'm also a particular fan of the Red Scorpions if you want a challenge. Alright guys. Big boy time. What? Hang on. Space Marine chapter. Let's go images and then let's go. I wanna have Red Scorpions. Oh, they look sick. What? They look so cool. Holy shit. Did I ever see them before? I'm not sure. Oh man. Oh man, these guys are cool. Okay. Yeah. That would definitely be fun. Dang. Why did I make my own chapter of these guys like this? I don't know. I don't know why I'm so amazed. I mean, this painter was really nothing special. But it's definitely cool. Alright. Caribcon is a chapter master, another Forge World chapter. Another Forge World chapter. Interesting. Okay. Very cool. And then of course we had, what was the other one again? Oh yeah, of course, the Lamenters. I mean, I don't need to look them up. Red Scorpions. What was the other chapter? Minotaurs. What was the other chapter? Red Hunters, right? Red Hunters. Oh. So this is a Blood Angel Plus then, right? I think this guy is too close to a regular Blood Angel. I do see the differences, but yeah. Limit is a must. Red Hunter would be awesome too. In terms of Basilisk, you'd be more than welcome to replicate the Hellblaster if you want. Otherwise, I'm chill. Ooh, okay. Okay. I'll see. Khan Chapter Master. I loved playing them back in the day as they could exchange a regular tactical surgeon for an apothecary. Ooh, that's cool. So they do have proper rules as well. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. But yeah, these guys might definitely be on the list. They look sick. And of course then we have the Lamenters. Would definitely be fun to paint the Captain and Gravis Armour like them, you know? Because that would basically be like a Imperial Fist, but not yet quite. Yeah. Not quite sure. Alright, oh wow, a lot of people today, holy shit. Welcome, oh shit. That's the music selection for today, jazz but not too jazzy. Alright, there we go. There we go. Interesting. I do, by the way, if I'm not mistaken, aren't the Game Awards today? Oh whoops, A2. Aren't the Game Awards today? I would like to see if the rumors hold true and they actually are announcing another Total War game, and then of course, if the rumors hold true, Warhammer 40k Total War. I'd be so excited. If the trailer drops, I'll actually try to get Theinrich on the horn to watch it with you guys and him. Hell yeah, just got a CLK GTR. What's that? Jan, Carcharodons would also be a prime chapter for hardcore painting. Carcharodons are very cool as well, though I think the Carcharodons, I'd like to paint them if I had like some proper bits for them as well, you know? Like maybe helmets and stuff like that. I'm not that particularly well versed in green stuff, so that's, I think, a no-go. Hang on, he's just resting his auto bolter on his thigh like a Chad. Good thing that I didn't put on the helmet first, because now I can have him look in the other direction, actually. So long says, I'm playing Warhammer 3 right now, lol. Should probably be painting my Saurus instead. Ooh, Saurus? So you're playing Seraphon, or Lizardman, as the old guard calls it. Or are you painting the Orcs? Because I think they have a Saurus as well. How should he hold his blade? I think like this, right? A little bit more menacing. Or rather relaxed. I think relaxed is also cool. I think I like it. Looks a little bit unnatural. I'll keep him like this. Yeah. I do like me lizards. I have mostly lizards and Nurgle. Hell yeah. That's something new. We don't have too many lizards players on here. That's great to see. If you want, you can... if you have any projects that you want to share, there is an email in the description of my channel, or my Instagram account, or now, since like a week ago, also a Discord channel, if you want to send in some pictures that you would like to have me have a look at on live on stream. It's always been fun. I've always been really appreciative of all the stuff that you guys send in. And yeah, the more the merrier. There we go. Hell yeah. Red Scorpion's had rules, but GW hates fanboys and killed off all successor chapter rules. Ah, bruh. Okay. You could substitute some Space Wolf parts which have leather strips with teeth. It looks surprisingly like shark teeth. Ooh, that's also a good idea. I do have Morkai's Hunters still fully unpacked. So maybe that's an idea, huh? I shouldn't have given this guy an auto bolter. Oh no, the auto bolter was already Yeah. It was already pre-made. Okay, he had to have an auto bolter. I mean, a bolt, like a stalker bolter or something like that, would have been probably more fitting for a Raven Guard, right? Should we still do him a Raven Guard then? Or should we do him something else, like a Basilisk or something? Matt from Pressbook is also here saying Dwarf! I just need a beaky helmet for Carcharodon. Paint a shark mouth on it. Oh, big brain. Fucking big brain take here. Of course, I do have loads of beakies. I still have Horus Heresy up on my shelf. The first box. And the second box, like right down here. I've never played or really paint. Oh, really? You've never played or painted your lizards? But you do have miniatures? Batman's Kitchen says, the best way to get better with green stuff is doing a Dreadnought Rhino. And doing multiple small mutations. That's a cool idea. I just have Lizardman and Blood Bowl. So long says, I mean, I don't have anything good. Just badly painted speed paint minis. I mean, that doesn't have to mean anything. You know? One man's trash is another man's treasure. Feel free to share. If you want to, of course. I know it's also a hassle because either you have to write me an email or you have to write me via Instagram, you know. I know it's... yeah, that can be annoying. So, stopping with the yapping and keeping with the building, let's give this guy another pauldron. Or rather, his first pauldron. Hello? Will you go on there? Okay, first pauldron. I decided to give him the skull, because if we do this guy Raven Guard or not, like, or rather, if we do this guy as a Raven Guard miniature, the skull will definitely enhance his look. I really got censored for writing dwarf. No? I think I saw that dwarf. I even mentioned it. Lamentus die with a malfunctioning bolter and knife in hand. Gotta be tragic if it's a Lamenta. Oh yeah, right. That would also be an idea. I do have also this like really fancy schmancy pauldron. Though I'm not quite sure. The thing is, my girlfriend, as lovely as she is, of course, and I do really appreciate everything and this like massive advance calendar she did for me. I'm not quite sure if this pauldron doesn't belong to rather a sergeant or not. And I asked her today, like, ooh, this guy maybe is for a sergeant, and she's like, I don't know, like she didn't know what the sergeant necessarily looked like. So I'm just like, maybe I should keep this in stock just to be sure, right? So the sergeant actually really pops. But we do have some other pauldrons. Let me quickly have a look. I do have some more bits behind me. Which are... oh, and there's the other pauldron that I was looking for. Of course, I do have one more with like a nameplate. That would be also like a nice idea, right? Not quite sure. Not quite sure. This stuff, of course, is needed as well. Is it empty? Oh, this is empty. Okay, so I need a different... if I want to give him a pistol, I gotta do that manually as well. So, with those many Space Marines, I do have also a lot of spare bits. I give anybody a shout out who can tell me where this helmet is from. But yeah, what I was looking for was a pistol, right? We need this. And then of course we also need a different pauldron. I want to look for a different pauldron. Maybe... but this one with just an Imperial Aquila. That would be rather nice. I do have also multiple Dark Angel ones. I mean, there definitely are also like different pauldrons that I could give the sergeant as well. Dark Angels? Nah, I have like 2 or 3 Dark Angels already. I think it's enough. I'm not quite sure if I wanna... I know I have Lionel Johnson. Oh no, hang on. Exactly, yeah, Dark Angels, yeah. Specifically Lionel Johnson's helmet. Pretty good. So, shout out to Nobody223. Yeah, I meant the helmet. Yeah, I got that after the fact. Okay, I think I'll give him the named plate, because why not? Matt says just bits. Yeah. I have multiple small containers worth of bits. And ones that I use more often I do have like right on my shelf here. Okay, I knew this pattern would be trouble. Probably go like this, right? Something. Yeah. Oh. My vote is battle damage, the bolter, and go lamenter, says Francois. Interesting. You got censored. I don't know why. Shit, the automodding is really bad. The automodding has gone really bad. But yeah, the battle damage bolter is a great idea. Should I do like the barrel? I could do, instead of like physical battle damage, I could do like the bolter overheating. You know, like really hot. So he's like, okay, this has to cool down. So I've switched to my bolter. Yeah. Oh, sweet summer child, we have so many bits after years of collecting, right at Matt from Pressburg. Yeah, again, I do have quite a lot as well. Some I've just left on the sprue, right? Pits orc thinking. Alright. Let me quickly get out my hobby knife again. Where is it? There is it. Scrape off the pistol. And then we'll do the other thing. What I wanted to talk about though was, you know, the Game Awards are currently running, I think. Right about now, or maybe later? Maybe also like due to American time zones, it's late in the evening, so maybe the trailer won't drop until tomorrow. That could be the case. Tomorrow for me, of course. But yeah, one more thing that I do want to say though is I've seen that Games Workshop has put out another trailer, another cinematic trailer for, I wasn't sure what, but I'd like to have a look at it together with you guys once we're done building these miniatures, because I'd really like to know what's up there. People still watch the Game Awards? I don't know. Francois got again censored. I would drill a bullet hole in the edge, in the side, like he just saw the damage and drew his knife. I mean, that would definitely be cool. Maybe a slice from a Tyranid, maybe? So he's like, alright, it's time to get up close and personal, so he basically blocked the first strike with his bolter. And then was like, okay, time for melee now. But yeah. And then of course we have his other side weapon, you know. These are Space Marines, goddammit, these guys have to be armed to the teeth. And because I'm still not sure what to make of this guy, why not give him some more pouches? Ah no, okay, I also need to have a sheath for his dagger. Ooh, let's do it. Yes, that's cool. Alright, I'll do it on his greaves. Like he's wearing the fucking knife on his greave. Okay, it's a bit larger than I thought. But still, I think this should work out. Maybe I'll do some green stuff work off camera to make like a leather strap around here as well. But yeah, that's peak cinema. Hell yeah. Yeah, kind of wondering the same. Same with the Oscars. Talking about the Game Awards. Yeah. I don't know. Again, I don't watch the Game Awards. I basically only watch like clips and like... Yeah, I don't follow the whole thing. It's like the Streamer Awards, like, right? Who has 3 hours of time just sitting around watching anything, really? I say as I stream for 3 hours. Well. Guess I gotta be glad that I have you guys here. Alright. Come on. Is everything still in focus? So, because they're a whole lot of new people in the watching this stream right now, which I'm really surprised by. Thank you very much for being here. My camera doesn't have autofocus, so if something is out of focus, I gotta check. That's why I'm also looking to the to my monitor all the time to make sure everything is still in focus. But yeah, the first Marine of today is already built very quickly. Very quickly, I say 50 minutes, goddamn. But yeah, not quite sure what this guy's gonna be. I think I'm think about that one for a little bit longer. Maybe a Lamenter. A Raven Guard would also be very cool. The Raven Guard would rather fit to a Phobos Marine, wouldn't it? I don't know. I don't know. But yeah. We'll see. We get to it when we come to it. Nice work. Thank you very much. I love being able to, you know, get credit for building Space Marines without, without the book. I only watch the streamer awards to support my girl Emaru. Oh, that's sweet. I find it rather interesting. Basically, Twitch sent me a message. By the way, it's time to open the other package from the 10th of December. So yesterday. My girlfriend was so excited for yesterday because she wanted to see my reaction to unpacking this guy. And I am very excited. I was very excited to paint this guy because I was like, okay, what could this guy possibly be, right? And then it turned out to be a full captain in Gravis Armour. So yeah. I can't stop saying how lucky I am to have a girlfriend who makes me such an amazing Warhammer advent calendar. Holy shit. But yeah. This guy is going to be a whole lot more tricky though, because I have no idea how he's supposed to. I know how he's supposed to look, but maybe for him, truth be told, the guidebook would be nice. Fancy Sense is wow. Oh yeah. I would have thought that to be door 2. I mean, yeah, of course. I was very happy to see door 2 as well. I'm very happy about each and every door that I open from her advanced calendar. Okay. Okay, where to start? I think we just do the same as we do with 24. Yeah. My girlfriend actually has, like, made the business decision of not including any Warhammer-related stuff after the 20th, because after then we'll be already on our way to our parents. And because I wouldn't be able to stream that, she was like, ah, okay, no worry, no need to give her more Warhammer. Alright. Time to clip this guy. This guy also came like completely in the sprue, so I can actually live through the pain that she went through cutting this stuff out. Can you believe that she cut out all of this stuff without such a clipper? Crazy. She did it with a cutting knife, with like this knife right here. She cut everything out. She told me that and I was like, are you crazy? That must have been so much work. Like, it was literally like the Lego meme over and over again. Like, the amount of work that she put into it. I never tire of mentioning that, even like on stream. Because I want to make sure that she knows that I really appreciate this. This is so cool. But yeah. I'm very intrigued to finally see them hopefully reveal Total War Warhammer 40k. That's going to be so hype. I was already really hyped to see them release Medieval 3 for Warhammer, for Total War. But yeah, this is going to be crazy. Yikes. What, me cutting into my thumb? Ooh. Yeah, no, the knife is very, very dull. There's nothing really that can happen there. Watch me cut myself in 10 seconds. I remember when my girlfriend raised some concerns about me, you know, the way I use my tools as well. And I basically said the same to her. The blades are so dull, nothing really can happen to me. And like a second after I said that, I cut myself. And I was like, okay, shit. Alright. But yeah, what do we do with this captain in Gravis Armour? I think he looks dope. I think he looks really, really cool. Though I also think the miniature would do a lot better when it's, like, does a lot better when it's not painted as an ultramarine. And I think, like, heavy armor, you know, the gauntlet with the gun already integrated. Can you, like, please come out of there? Holy shit. Hello. Okay. But yeah, with the gauntlet and the gun, like, already integrated, that for example, an Imperial Fist would look so much better in it. I was also really happy to see them release the different spearheads for, like, different chapters. So you can have, like, the very heavy spearhead with the Terminators, the Gravis Armour and everything for the Imperial Fists. But also the Raven Wing spearhead was so cool, because it already included the Phobos kill team as well. So you get basically, like, a 2-for-1 deal there. Can play both systems right away. That's very nice. Salong asks, do you have Prozac the Inconsiderate? What is that? Prozac the Inconsiderate? Hang on. I'ma investigate. I'm guessing. I was thinking if you meant a like a like a drug or something, because yeah, no. I don't have that now. I suggest to somehow alter maybe different weapon loadout. I mean, he already has got cool weapons, I think. I like the gauntlet a lot. He's the guy who steals everything. The name actually doesn't ring a bell, no. Yes, about what about Warhammer Fantasy Battles? That's true, that's true. I'm very much looking forward to painting more Bretonia and Empire and stuff like that next year. Hope, you know, fingers crossed, with my art diploma coming up, that I also get the time to do all of that. Wizard names are best sourced from the back of the prescription bottles. Fat Man's Kitchen here with another banger. Yeah, that's true though. How did the proverb go? The more effective and horrible a fantasy sword is, the longer, the shorter its name is, you know? Everybody fears King Darkmoor's Edge of Annihilation, but nobody wants to be met with something called the Throngler. So yeah. And puts them in their warehouse or something like that. I don't know much about 40k stuff. It is a 40k miniature? Oh. Couldn't find the miniature now. Okay guys, going to my Huizhong course. Or Qigong course? Qigong probably, right? See you later? Alright, see you later, nobody. Isn't that so cool? I'm providing such a cool streaming experience that nobody is leaving the stream early. Ah. Okay. To be honest, dull knives are more dangerous than sharp ones. Yeah. The thing is, my mom really works a lot with dull knives in the kitchen. And I once went around when I arrived early and basically sharpened all our knives. And she immediately cut herself because she wasn't used to them being so sharp. That was definitely on my end. I should have probably told her, I just forgot to tell her that I did that. And after that, she just let the knives become dull again, because she's really not that used to, like, at all, used to those sharp knives. Where are the arms? Oh, hang on, that's... no. Shit. Trazen the Infinite. Oh, do you mean him? Oh yeah, Trazen the Infinite. What about him? Do you have... if you really mean Trazen the Infinite, then no, I don't have him. But he is a very cool character. Okay, where do we start though? Where do we... hang on. If we put these parts together, at least there's like no shenanigans going on here. So it really is just one torso. And then the head comes in here. Very nice. After that, I'm guessing like... do the pauldrons come first? So the arms would come first, right? Let's just put the torso together and then get the legs out of there. I think that's it, yeah. To be honest, Prozac the Inconsiderate sounds just as good as Trazen the Infinite. Nothing alike, but, you know, definitely a cool name nonetheless. Hell yeah, Prozac the Inconsiderate. But yeah, again, no, I don't have him. Great character. I overlooked the Necrons for the longest time, because I was like, okay, you know, Egyptian space terminators who gives, you know, who really gives a damn. How cool can they possibly be? And then a book came out called the Ruin, I don't know, the Twice Dead King, yeah. Sorry. The Twice Dead King, you know, already choking, just saying his name, choking on the awesomeness that he depicts. And then I was like, but you know, back then I was like really, I discounted the book. I was like, oh wow, another Necron story, like how interesting can that be, right? And then on a train ride back home, because it took so long, I was like, okay, I need something to distract myself here. I just don't want to look at my phone all day. And one bookstore in the train station had that book, and I was like, ooh, okay. I want to see where this book is going, or rather, you know, I was more like, you know, I got nothing else to do. Why not just read this book? And The Twice Dead King is not only one of the best Warhammer novels that I've ever read, but one of the best novels I've ever read in general. Maybe I'm glazing it too hard. Of course, it's like nothing too like whatever, like Shakespeare, you know, something like really like Lord of the Rings. No, of course not. But it's so well written. I ate the entire book up on that basically 3-hour train ride, and like a couple of you know, hours at my home later. It was so good, and when part 2 came out, I immediately went to the bookstore after it released and got myself that one as well. The Twice Dead King, once again, I tell you, is one of the best 2-part series in Warhammer lore like ever, and it shines such an interesting light on how the Necron society works, what they are actually struggling with, and a lot of these, funnily enough, a lot of these autonomous robot characters that sold their soul for pseudo-immortality, many of them are so much cooler than many of the Space Marine characters I have encountered over the years in like different novels and stuff. It's so crazy, it's so cool. A very cool book. If you currently have nothing to read and, you know, in your evenings a little bit of time to kill, The Twice Dead King is a very good novel that I gladly recommend any chance I get. And Tricky is also here. Ooh, cape, one of the hard things to paint. Are you still unhappy that I didn't give the Stormcast redesign a cape so far? We're definitely gonna do another Stormcast stream as well, though I'm not sure when. So Long says, I think I listened to the audiobook about him. The Senate and the Blind or something like that? The Senate and the Blind. Hang on, The Infinite and the Divine. Do you mean that book? Do you mean The Infinite and the Divine? Panzerkitzer says I would check it out later at payday. Oh yeah, definitely do. Such a cool book. Imagine you telling me that's like complete shit. My glue bottle has a needle nose. Yeah. My needle nose unfortunately had like a slight bend in it, so I couldn't use it anymore, and that's why I just took it out. But yeah, very useful, that one. Okay. We have the legs attached as well. Whoa! He's making himself independent. Hello? No independence here. Do I even have like a base for him? Hang on. Oh yeah, there it is. Let's attach him to his base right away as well. Why not? There we go. That could be, yeah. Hell yeah, my favorite character from the Senate and the Blind was Prozac the Inconsiderate. I'm just messing with you. That's... Yes. But yeah, The Infinite and the Divine was also apparently a very good book. I haven't read that one so far, though, because I haven't seen it in a bookstore or anywhere around here so far. There we go. Then, of course, we have his Greaves. Very cool Greaves as well. One where we can write like a name or something, and of course just a regular laurel. Just some regular laurels. You know, as every cool Space Marine character has. There we go. Why is my friend spamming DC BRB? Oh, it's Discord, yeah, okay. Yep, see you in a second. Maybe he's excited to tell you about the Game Awards, I don't know. And this is the first time I actually voted as well in the Game Awards. Very hard, it's been a good year. Hang on, Rum Nerd, I think this is supposed to mean with 3, very clever. Currently building 3 squads of Imperial Fists with breacher shields. Holy shit, man. What? You are living my dream. Imperial Fists, my favorite chapter, together with my favorite unit, the breachers. Are you kidding me? Very cool. Have a good time doing that, I hope. If you wanna, you know, pour hot oil on the hot flame that is my envy, feel free to join the Discord server or send me an email with pictures attached of your breaches. That would be very cool. He bought 2 Titans. Turkey. Are you joking? Your friend bought 2 Titans. For Adeptus Titanicus, I'm guessing. That's crazy. Even for Adeptus Titanicus, that sometimes is crazy. Those suckers are... 2,650 QND, is that like... What is that? Supposed to mean like Canadian dollars? And 25 cents? 25 cents? Bro. $2,600 though, is crazy. But for 2 Titans, I think he's gonna come off relatively cheap. Imperial Titans, dang. Well, best regards from me. He's gonna be... Now he has a project to keep him occupied all of 2026. Okay. Time to glue these Greaves on. I wonder if he if we wouldn't glue the Greaves on, if these could be like just painted as like Iron Warriors or Iron Hand legs, just like mechanical legs, just paint them silver. I think there's probably a good chance that that will work without further crazy stuff going on. There we go. Okay. So, this is probably the grief for this leg. Yes, perfect. Excellent. Oh yeah, Nobleborn, the Presbyterian of Terra. He's cool. Nobleborn. The Presbyterian of Terra. Who was that again? Can't remember. Can't say that I've heard the name before. Or rather... No, hang on. Is this the grief for here? Because it doesn't really seem to fit that well. Doesn't fit there either. Hang on, what? What's going on? No, this is... Ooh! This is supposed to fit like that, right? Yeah. Possibly. Yeah, I think so. Okay. Everything's good then. Rum Nerd says, oh, my backlog is terrible. Recently I inherited from a co-worker his inventory from his old hobby shop. Old hobby shop? Yo! You lucky, lucky guy. 100, of course, if inherited is like very literal here, you know, my condolences. But dang, 141 boxes of Age of Sigmar, 40k and Lord of the Rings. With some old 8th edition books sealed. Wow. Holy shit. That's crazy. Yeah, okay. You might be the first person that has an even worse backlog than I do, that I've met so far. Holy shit. Holy shit, and my condolences. Yeah, Panzergießen is really speaking my mind. Oh yeah. This guy's got the drip. King of the backlogs? Yeah, actually. 141 boxes is actually legitimately worse than worse than me. And like not even close, dang. He's the owner of the Immaterial Mists. You continue to speak in riddles, not gonna lie. So long. Nobleborn, the Presbyterian of Terra. Hang on. I'm gonna leave this guy to the side once more. I wanna Google this guy. Hang on. Presbyterian of Terra. Then we go. The thing is, I don't really hear a name out of that, like Nobleborn? Praetorian of Terra. There's like... Do you mean the Praetorian of Terra? I mean, that's a... That's probably Rogel Dawn, right? The Praetorian of Terra? The owner of the Immaterial Mists. It feels like... I'm saying this... I'm saying this not as like... I'm saying this in good fun. It feels a little bit like, you know, when you're on Etsy and you want to buy yourself some 3D printed third-party Warhammer 40k stuff, but they can't use the official terms because then GW is after them. So they have to be like, alright, here you can buy Robot Man of the blue soldiers or something, like, you know, something like that. Or I don't know, Fangrim of the sons of the king or something, you know, like that. Could be, yeah, okay. Rogadorn. But the owner of the Immaterial Mists. That's still a mystery for me. He said it was a joke, chat. He's a goddamn liar. Why would he spam that to you, though? Well, I'm selling them, but my official backlog is Lion. Nice, same for me. Inner Circle comps ×2. Dang. Azrael, Belial, Asmodai, 2 Tech Marines, Torgaradon and Lysander. The last 2 miniatures are actually a little bit of a curveball, not gonna lie. I would have asked you where you were a diehard Dark Angel. This is my first Dark Angel that I've painted so far. A little bit of a different style. We painted him on the 1st of December. Yeah, not quite sure if I should build myself a Dark Angel, like, force at all. I do have Lionel Johnson, though. It's his chapter, I think. Oh, Immaterial Mists. It's the Imperial Fists. Alright. Now we got it. The Presbyterian of Terra and the Imperial Fists. Of the Immaterial Mists. Bingo, there we go. That's great. PO Box where? PO Box? You can find them in as we say in Germany, Dingenskirchen, my community post. Should be the most recent one. You can find the Discord there as well. 4 combat patrols, White Scars, Imperial Fists, Dark Angels, and Space Wolves. Dang, the bro. Somebody who's really liking. If you're not already, might consider subscribing to this channel. We'll be painting Space Marines all December long. If you want someone to keep you company. Alright. To share in your insanity. Okay, there we go. Drum says also like Discord exclamation mark. Is that a question? Like, do you want to join the Discord? Feel free. The 200 gold 60. 1000 Sona? Yeah. Man, I'm having the trouble of choosing which model to bring to work. I'm gonna bring my IKEA lightbox to have in the office. Ooh. There we go. Which model? What are the options? Probably want to have something cool, right? Probably something, maybe something that is like a diorama in and of itself. For example, I am very fond of the Krieg Howitzer artillery crew. Because, you know, it's one of those Games Workshop miniatures that already is a diorama in and of itself. I'm always really fond of that. Hell yeah, look at this power pack. Hang on, I forgot to scrape the mold lines. Got a little bit ahead of myself. Chat, buy 1,000 Skaven and send it to this PO box? No, please don't. But yeah, if you have a miniature lying around, you know, an old project of yours that you just can't seem to finish, or a miniature that you think, dang, I really can't find the time to paint this and I also don't really want to anymore, but I don't want to sell it as well, feel free to think about sending it to me, to my grubby hands, and I'll paint it just as you want to, completely for free! Except for, of course, the charge that, like, the porto that you have to pay first. And I'll make a video about it, featuring it on this channel. Woo! Ain't that a great deal? I get a video and you get a fully painted miniature that's featured on YouTube. Woo! Streamer, I can't find your Discord info. Streamer? Excuse me? Mr. Brink at the very least. Okay, hang on. Do you paint commission? Yes, I do too. But, you know, I thought I should give another free version as well. I don't know. I don't know really how to handle all of this. The thing is, if I don't charge money for it, I also don't have to be very quick with it, right? That's my reasoning for the PO box as well. Alright, let's go. Community post. There we go. You can find my PO box right here. I painted this nice little sketch also, so it can easily be found again. There we go. Here's my address from my PO box down here. And there you can send your stuff to if you want to. I was really hesitant if I should even post the address like there. I know it's a PO box in a different city, so it's not close to my base of operations. but I didn't know how much trust I should put in the internet. But yeah, I saw it. I saw other people do it as well, so why not, right? But yeah. Yeah. Okay. There we go. Back to the building stream. But yeah, excuse me, streamer? Oh yeah, and by the way, you didn't ask for the PO box, sorry. The Discord invite is there as well, right? Yeah. So, to show once again, up here is the Discord link, the permanent invite to the Brink of Art Discord. So, to stay on brand, if you want to become part of the Brink of Army, feel free to join. My streamer, this is gonna drive me to the brink. Mr. Streamer, this is gonna drive me to the brink of art. Very nice. Say that again. Artillery is a good idea, we'll take that. Bingo, let's go. Always happy to help. Okay, the power pick's already on there. Then we can continue on. What to do with his arms, though. So the right arm can either be a power sword, which is an idea that I really like, or a chainsword, which would be a more classic approach in my opinion. I also think like power sword is like more Dark Angel kind of style, right? And the chainsword is just more Space Marine-y, more iconic. So I think, although in my opinion it is a little bit more like of a cruder weapon. Sure, really? I feel like you don't have to be as elegant with a power sword simply because what do I want to say? Oh yeah, you don't have to be as elegant with a power sword because of the disruptor field that just, you know, basically explodes anybody it comes into contact with, right? I posted the inventory links for Jan. Oh, thank you very much. Let's go. Oh. From streamer to Jan already. Man, happy to have you here. 1,000 Saunas led by Magnum the Well-Read. Yeah. Pretty much. Like him too. Bingo. I know one to buy one. Big Dakar. But yeah, what do we do? Hang on, I'll do a quick poll in the chat. Let's do a quick poll. Chainsword. Chainsword. Or energy sword. Which... There we go. Give into temptation. There we go. Oh, 100% votes for the energy sword so far. Oh, yeah. I'm gonna go back to painting. Third option, view the inventory. Should I really view the inventory right now? Maybe later. Maybe a second later. Okay. Let's just start by just cutting it out. I'll just cut it out. And then we'll see where it just goes, right? There we go. And then I'll just scrape them, and then I'll have a look at the poll to give you guys enough time to choose the weapon. And once that's done... Whoops. Let me scroll a little bit back. Zoom a little bit back. And once that's done, I'll just glue that one on, right? I hope there's not a hidden, like, elbow that I have to glue on first. Because, yeah, that would be... That'd be kind of tough to do. I see it's 50-50 right now. If it's still 50-50 when I'm done scraping this stuff, I will not be amused, guys. I will not be happy. I will lament the situation. Get it? Because this guy's gonna be a lamenter. Maybe a second later? When it's been several seconds? Smartass. No. Is any like sensitive information from you in these links? Like I don't just want to broadcast, for example, your full legal name, for example, to the internet, right? That's why I'm so happy to have a Discord right now and I don't need to take screenshots of the emails that you guys send me. To make sure that, you know, I keep your email address private. So, there we go. Very careful. And then, of course, over here. We kelped you, smartass? Does that even mean? No sensitive info? Bingo. Okay, that's good. That's at least, you know, your chances of me having a look at it very soon just increased. Jiggy the Clown says, yeah! Is there power boots? Power boots? I mean, sure. There is also a power fist, yeah. Do I have a fist option for both arms? I don't think so. So this is the right hand. Hang on, what? But this is also the right hand, hang on. Can I give him... Can I give both hands a power fist? Hang on, this is the... Yeah, this is the left hand. And this is the right hand. Can I give him both power fists? That would be so cool. That would be like a Kalgar move. So I could give him one power fist and one fist with like a bolter included. Hang on. One is a power claw? No, that's not true. Those are just his fingers. Okay, at least more people are voting for the chainsword. But apparently there's one more secret option. Hang on. Let me quickly have a look. I wanna see not the Presbyterian of Terror. I'd rather wanna see the Warhammer Captain in Gravis Armour. I tried to just build him from memory, but ooh, dang, that's a sick-looking guy over there. Oh, there's JD. JD's in the chat as well. Yeah, how about a second power fist, dude? Interesting. Yeah, of course. I mean, 2 power fists would also go hard as fuck. Full power armor. I chat too much? Nah, that's okay. You're still alright. As long as you're not, like, spamming the same message over and over. So, my first thought was we built him like this, right? You know, 1 power fist and then, of course, the energy sword. But then, of course, there's also this option with the change sword, which I personally find to be more iconic. But apparently, is there like the option with both fists? Can we see that on Warhammer itself? Thankfully, I have. It's over when you have a hotkey to open up the Captain in Gravis Armour. You know it's over when you have a hotkey to open the Warhammer webpage. Yeah, there's the changed sword, there's the regular sword, and these are the 2 power fists. Okay. Now what's that? Oh, that's the sword, right? Okay, they don't show him off with just 2 power fists. I'd like to see that before, though. Fists. Yeah, of course, they're gonna show me some Imperial fists. Can I just see... No? Don't we have that? Can we have that? Can't we have that? No. I mean, 2 power fists would also go kinda hard, right? The most irritating thing with the warm-up page is the capture. Yeah? Haven't seen that in a long time. Back to the building stream. Hang on. And let me cut out our other power fist as well. So this is the right hand. This would be the fist that would go on there, right? I'ma close the poll. This is 60-40 again. But yeah, thanks for participating in the poll. At least I know that you guys would rather see the chain sword than the energy sword. So at least we've got that. Now it's a question if we should do a power fist instead, though. I don't have any idea about the rules of Space Marines. I don't know how, you know, what would be the more meta layout. And to be very honest with you, I don't really care as well. I built my miniatures to, you know, look cool and hopefully smash the opponent without having to go full meta in every single unit that I pick. Of course, JD is also in the chat, and he is one of those ultra giga chats who just magnetizes every single one of their miniatures. And, you know, has the full option all the time. So he can choose accordingly to the opponent he plays against. Power Fist, says Panzer Kitsune. I mean, I'm happy to, yeah, I think the Power Fist is so cool as well. The thing is, like, fuck, in Gravis Armour, it's the heavier Space Marine armor, so to me, it's already, like, the more clunkier of the armors. Might as well give him 2 Power Fists instead of a sword that would come with, like, flourishes and, you know, a more quick fighting style. Why not be all the way visceral? The rule is in your minis, dudes. Is in your... what? Oh, your minis, your rules, alright. Also double punching. Double punching would also be very cool, yeah. And I think the Power Fist is just so sleek, you know? With the nice laurels on here. Such a good choice. Alright, this is the ooh. This is the Power Fist. Roughly, right? I haven't completely perfectly scraped it. It would look like this, roughly. Hang on. How would it look? It would like this. Ooh, so he is moving to dab up his homie. Right? Price No Right says, oh man, happy I found this. I had nothing to watch while painting a crisis suit. Oh man, happy to have you here. This is exactly what these streams are meant for. Happy to have you here. And, you know, you might be glad to know that I'll be streaming every day for the rest of December, or rather until the 19th. Painting and building different Space Marines each and every single day. So I'll be happy to host you here for as much as you want. And by the way, the crisis suit, that's a Tau miniature, isn't it? Alrighty, I have to go see y'all next time. Alright, Matt. Have a nice night yourself, and thanks for being here. Glad to have you here, man. Base, I have more Tau to paint built, so I'll be around more. Perfect. Very glad to hear that. Great to have you here. Price not right. A guy named Price not right building Warhammer's just... building and painting Warhammer's just peak irony. Or rather peak poetic. Peak poetry. Can't wait to see your reaction to the inventory. Yeah? Okay. I'll build his Power Fist and then I'll look after it. And I think the Power Fist is the better choice. Although the chainsword, like the extra long chainsword is so cool as well. Though I think I could use this more for like a nice, like... There's so many cool things that I could do with this in terms of like kit bashes and stuff. I think I'll save that for that. So long says, I was listening to the audiobook Plight of the Morning Time the other night. I really like the character Manuel Barrow. Manuel Barrow? Oh, hang on, what? Plight of the Morning Time. Plight of the Morning Time. Now I have already 2 guys in chat who speak in nothing but riddles. Tricky and So Long. Though So Long already has like a wizard as his profile picture, so it makes sense that he speaks in riddles. And for Tricky as well. I mean, he's called Tricky, you know. He's not called Simple the Clown. Yeah, crisis suits are way too expensive. Their price ain't right. You know, my pal Feinrich, who, if you will follow the channel, will appear a lot more, like a lot, in these streams and like videos as well. He once did a test to see if it's cheaper to buy the plastic crack that is Warhammer. You know what? He basically tested what's cheaper, to buy the plastic crack that is Warhammer, or to buy real crack, so have like a real crack addiction. And he came to the conclusion, mathematically speaking, that objectively, a real crack addiction will cost you less than buying the plastic crack that is Warhammer. Though, of course, you know, he did value every single model. So what if you bought the entire inventory of, you know, Warhammer ones? Riddle me this, riddle me that. Who's the greatest big old bat? That's, of course, Bellacore. Yep. I mean, kind of an unfair statement. The thing is, he wanted to do a nice video about it, and then digged around so long with the editing that Games Workshop raised their prices again. And he couldn't share his results because the prices were already all outdated. And after that, he didn't want to do it again. Which I can understand, but goddamn, man. Just do the editing, holy shit. I even offered to do the editing for him, but he was like, nah, I want to edit it myself, I have my own style. You know? If I gain enough of a following, I want to go over to his channel and spam his, the messages of his, the comments of his latest video, like together with you. With like the same message basically going like, when does the next video come out? Because man, this guy's annoying me. I know him in real life, so it's you know, it's fun and it's all in good fun. But man, he's one of the most creative, most talented guys that I know. But because he wants his first video to be perfect, he doesn't come around to actually edit the stuff that he films and plans. Drives me nuts. Isn't that Common Cruise? Common Cruise? What are you talking about, man? What is happening? Alright. And of course the other Power Fist as well. The Power Fist with the bolter, I think. It's gotta be a bolter, right? Oh, sorry. There we go. There we go. Building this man. So, then we can attach his arm. Whoop! A mold line that I almost forgot. Can't be happening. Whoop, come on. But yeah, by the way, these streams have been such a blast. I know, you know, they are of course taking quite a lot of time for me. And, you know, can be quite difficult to pull off sometimes, especially when I do need to do other stuff. But it's been always so much fun talking with you guys on here. It never gets boring. And I finally I'm finally able to tackle this new pile of shame as well. It's so great. Win-win for everybody involved. I definitely do want to stream. I'll definitely do stream next year as well to, you know, at least every 2 and Thursday. As we used to do before December. But yeah. Alright, how does he hold this fist though? Does he hold it like this? Or like this? Makes this glad also? Aw, thank you. He owns the slide board, doesn't he? The slide board? I gotta decipher that one as well. Price Not Right says, oh yeah, I used to be like that with painting. Only started this year due to being scared of not being perfect. Ah, yeah. Wanna see my first miniature? I have it on my table, just for reference. Always a nice time here. Aww. Okay, yeah, but I do gotta check how he holds his fist. Hang on. You're insisting on a fistin'. Where are you? Okay, he holds it outstretched. Why do I have Facebook? I don't have Facebook, but why do I have the Facebook quality? Alright, hang on. There we go. He holds it very outstretched, so like this. Yeah, okay. Oh yeah, I can also see... it's belt fed, isn't it? Is that more over here? It's belt fed, so there should be, and I know for a fact that there is, an ammunition belt right over here that we can just detach and clip on there as well. Oh, there it goes. Sure, says Price Not Right. Yeah. There we go. Man, what did you guys think of the latest spearheads? I know that Rumnerd, who is currently in the chat, has basically picked up every single one except for the Iron Hands, which I can totally understand. They got scammed with the spearheads. But the oh, was it spearhead? No, sorry, the combat patrols, I think they're called, right? But the Imperial Fist combat patrol and especially the Raven Guard as well. Dang, they had cool combat patrols. If I would play more often, like against other people, I'd definitely get myself a bit of those. But I don't. So I was able to restrain myself in the last second. There we go. Bit of glue here. Oh, is it in focus? Yeah. And a bit of glue there. There we go. And then, which way does it go? It probably goes this way. Okay, it belongs there. And goes in here. So a bit more up. Bingo! Hell yeah. So going all the way in there. Very nicely. And then doing like this. Okay. Wow, this is so cool. So much more Ooh. Already ripped his arm off. Shit. No, how did you sit on there? I think like this? Yeah, probably like this. This guy's got so much more pizzazz all of a sudden. Very dynamic. Hell yeah. Oh shit, the pauldron's gonna be a nightmare, isn't it? Maybe we should do those next, now that the arms are attached. Rum says cuff? Okay. Okay. I'll have a look at the links. Whatever. Let's go into the Discord. Links for Jan. There's the inventory. Is that your... What am I looking right now? What am I looking at? Is this the stuff that you've inherited and you try to sell, or what is this supposed to be? I'm painting one of the worst spearheads right now. Which one? Spearheads is Age of Sigmar again, right? So Combat Patrol is 40k and Spearhead is Age of Sigmar, right? And if not, I'm guessing if you use it vice versa, I'm guessing you're painting the Iron Warrior one, right? So we have inventory part 1. What is that? Oh, Imgur. Oh, holy shit. Oh yeah, by the way, for everybody who doesn't know, Rumnerd in the comments right now. Okay, there's a spruik 8? Hey JD, oh sorry, hang on. Apparently there's an urgent mistake that I've made. I'll be right back. So this is not part of the miniature here, right? Right, JD? This one? Because it looked to me like a part of the miniature. This looked like the servo skull would attach there. Well, it's a mix of all my stuff, so... But yeah, what I wanted to say is that Rum Nerd has inherited the entire inventory of one of his friends, who apparently had his own miniature store. So, yeah, he has 141 boxes, apparently, of stuff to go through. Why are you... JD, why are you messaging me on Discord? You are obviously watching this stream. Why are you not using the YouTube chat? But okay. I guess good to have Discord then. Okay, then I got to get rid of this thing. Oh. There we go. It's detached, you can breathe easy now, JD. There we go. The Dunmuddied Scowlers. Dunmuddied Scowlers? I don't even know what that is. But yeah. It's a mix of all my stuff too. That's right. I'd be happy to take any Tau he has off his hands. I mean, I definitely know what you mean. JD has posted an image. Hang on, I'll look at it before I present it to the entire stream. Okay. He's just confirming. Right. Okay. Thank you very much, JD. That's why he's got an engineering degree and I am an art student. There we go. But yeah, so this is part of your inventory, right? Delve deeper into the mines. My god. Wow! This is the old stuff. Holy shit. Wow, that is so cool, dude. What a blast from the past. I'm just now realizing, you know, as somebody who grew up with these boxes, I didn't even realize in the first pick, but yeah. Dang, that's so cool. What the fuck? Oh, yo. He's got the good stuff. The good stuff. So this is the stuff that you're... Is this the stuff you're selling, or is this the stuff you're about to paint? The fuck is this? The fuck? Yeah, Price Not Right is saying, yo, for good reason. Hang on, what was the other stuff? So there's even like a part 2 and a part 3. Okay, now we're cooking with the newer miniatures. You even got Lieutenant Titus on here? Hell yeah. The drunken Jar Jar Binks Titus miniature. Ooh, Targaradon. Wow, he's got the good stuff. Yo! The old fantasy stuff as well. The fuck? Alright, are you giving yourself a shout out? Whoa. That is so cool, the old army box. Oh my gosh. Oh, hell yeah. The old Vampire Lord on the Zombie Dragon. Just to give you guys an idea, this is the new Vampire Lord dragon. Yeah, Prince Vordry. This guy, we talked about him in great detail. This guy has had one of the biggest glow-ups in miniature history so far. So this is the new one, keep him in mind. And this is the old one. Already iconic, of course. But dang. Definitely a step up here. Holy shit. By the way, do I hear my girlfriend pulling in? Hang on. Yeah. Good thing though, dinner's already prepared. So I don't gonna fear an ass beating. Oh no, you've got Island of the Blood? That was my first Warhammer, that was my first Warhammer set that I ever bought. 100 quid? Great deal, holy shit. Dang, I know when these things came out. These guys came out when I started the hobby, holy shit. The 5-guy Cadian Patrol. Oh dang. This is giving me like the newest and some of the oldest, that's crazy. Alright. Very cool lineup. Literal gold mine, yeah for sure, holy shit. Guys, if that's not a good reason to join the Discord server to try to get your hands on some of that, I don't know a better reason, right? Yeah. Again, have a look at my community post, there you can find the invite link to the server. And you can easily join if you want to. Alright, that's crazy. Back to building though. Now that my girlfriend is here, I don't want to stream for too much longer. I could go on for like hours, don't get me wrong. This is a lot of fun. But she's had a long day and she, you know. She probably would like to have dinner with me. Hello? Hello? My dearest? You hungry? You don't know? Dinner's already ready. Yep. But if... like, I don't... Like, sometimes I don't know if you come back home starving, so that's why I thought, okay, maybe I should prepare dinner beforehand so you can immediately get yourself some. And stream and go be with girlfriend. We'll be here tomorrow. Yeah, but we're almost done building this guy, right? Yeah, come on. Aha! Looks so cool. I gave him second power fist. Hello. Hello. Oh, had a long day. Oh. Okay. Yes. Look here. He's got... I've gave him 2 fists instead of a sword. So he can...
He looks pretty cool.
Punch some... He looks cool, you think so?
Yeah. For a space.
For a space marine. Go eat dinner with your girlfriend. Everybody tells me to go off. No!
It's fine. I'm not hungry yet. You can just keep on doing it.
We're almost done, guys. We're almost done. We're almost done with this guy. I'll go right away, though. Very kind of you. I think there would have been lots of instances where she would have said, see? But yeah, I'll be right with her. That's like the coolest thing ever, right? So if I, anytime, basically, you know, I'm basically having the perfect evenings for all of December. Because like every evening, I paint a new Space Marine on stream together with you guys, so I already have like a good time. And when I end stream, I just have dinner with my girlfriend. It's so crazy. Living the life. Completely won everything. Alright, this I'm pretty sure is the left portion. So yeah, there's a third link. Yeah, I've seen the third link, I just don't wanna, you know, disrupt the stream flow too much. That's why I didn't have a look at it so far. And there's also the new trailer that came out. I would really like to have a look at it together with you guys. So we still have quite a lot of work ahead of us. So first pauldron. Oh yeah, definitely the left one. Holy shit. I might have not used enough liquid, but I hope it's still tasty. Now I have some water, it's okay. Aw. Oh yeah, look at this. Holy shit, I do love... Like, Space Marines are such a weird mix for me. Because either they have, like, I like them when they have no ornaments at all, so they go full tactical. And I like them really much when they are just dripped out in ornaments. So for example, I really like the this one Blood Angel that they released for 30k. I like it both ways. There we go. There we go. But building these guys after the Tactical Marines, building this guy after the Tactical Marines, is also such a big difference. It's actually crazy how just, you know, it is monopose, of course, but everything is just fits so much better together. It's really cool to see. Okay, and then of course we have the big cape. I like it when they're just crazy. So with the ornaments, you say, yeah. And again, that's I said it many times, and I will say it many times again. That's what really threw me off from the Horus Heresy Marines when they got released. When like the first Marines didn't have any ornaments at all, and I was like, what's the point? Isn't it like lore? Isn't it like proper lore that the 30k Marines were a lot more dripped out in ornaments than the 40k ones? Because the entire reason for them to be, you know, as decked out in gold and ornaments was to be like so impressive when they landed on a fresh human world that they discovered, that the enemy was basically blinded by their glory and would just submit quicker. Yeah. Again, that's why I was really thrown off when the first Marines were released for Horus Heresy. And speaking of Horus Heresy, we also have a lot of Horus Heresy to go over. So this won't be the last building stream, but, you know, tomorrow will be another painting stream, of course. Tomorrow it's time for probably a Dark Angel, I think. A cool Dark Angel. In like Legion colors, so not the green from before. A little bit more knightly. Yeah. Alright. Okay. Let's attach the cape. Should be enough if we only tip like these things. Also like the precision you see here, right? With every other company, I'd say, ooh, they made a mistake right here. But no, I'm pretty sure that this is just about to align up really nicely with the rest of the sculpt. Hang on. There we go. Where is it put? I think down here, probably? No. Where is it? Oh, down. Oh, there. Okay. A bit of a wild chase over here. But definitely works. Yep, and did align very nicely. You know, once I figured out where... Oh, hey, what? What? Was it not there? Shit, where then? What? How does the cape look? Hang on. Shit. Oh man, I was so confident as well. Okay, there we go. Hotkey. Where do we have him? Gravis. There, we've got him. 360 degree coming to the rescue. It's attached. Ooh, it's attached under the power pack? No. What? Okay. Oh, don't tell me. Oh no, this is actually so bad. Holy shit. I thought it would go over the power pack. Oh no. I did it wrong, yeah, completely. That is a bad thing. Because now I have like 3 parts in the way to where I need to attach the last part. Oh no, it belongs... maybe, but that's going to be such a hassle though. Never mind, it just snapped into place. You know, some things you actually can just do with brute force. Alright. Woo! Because the entire cape belonged under here, and you know, this was not only attached to the back, but of course the belt that fed the arm and stuff like that. I was like, oh no, do I really have to take all of that apart again? That would be so bad. But you know, thank God I did not have to do that. Okay. There is some stuff still missing though. Most importantly, and one thing that I've been really looking forward, he looks badass. Oh yeah, he does. Just wait for him to be painted. I mean, a Lamenta Primaris captain would go very hard. But yet again, so would an Imperial Fist. Or a Crimson Fist? Oh, whoops. All the way over there. I think I'll run a poll in my community tab tomorrow, or maybe even later this evening. I'll just prepare it quickly and ask you guys what you think we should do with this guy. I leave this up for community for the community vote. Because again, a Celestial Spear, so my own homebrewed character that looks like this. My own homebrewed chapter, inspired by the 212 Clone Legion. Would also be very cool. Would also definitely be fitting. Whoops. Hey. Where do the bullets go? Probably like this. Looks like I guessed correctly. Hell yeah. He's shooting them right now. Maybe we should do some nice muzzle flashes then as well. Maybe I should get myself some 3D printed muzzle flashes. What's up here though? What's going up there? It's probably the servo skull, right? That's also a thing. I see you're also a fan of orange. Actually, very much yes. And I do love this classic Tau color scheme with the orange. The orange and the white looks so good in my opinion. Especially the camo version. Like the camo version of the orange and white. Oh, chef's kiss. Back in the day, that was one reason why I wanted, like, the Tau were also a great contender for my first Warhammer 40k army. The reason I went with the Astra Militarum, though, was twofold. On the one hand, I wanted to have a rather cheap army to collect, and back then the Astra Militarum was very cheap. I mean, again, these 5 random Cadians you could get for like a couple of bucks. Especially like from a third party, so that was definitely very attractive about them. And I played High Elves in Warhammer Fantasy Battle Times. And what really annoyed me about High Elves was their lack of artillery. That really annoyed the heck out of me. Like the Eagle Claw Bolt Thrower could just not hold up against the Imperial Great Cannon or all the stuff that the dwarves brought, right? So, oh yeah, the servo skull is nicely attaching there. Nice, okay. So yeah, that was another reason. Like the Astra Militarum just had everything that you could possibly wish for in terms of artillery. So that was the second reason. Cheap and big ducker. My dream after collecting High Elves for so long. Bingo. Pressed into shape perfectly. Get a good look at it. Price Not Right says, oh man, I'm going for an orange-white Tau army. A little different scheme than the usual, but still, yeah. Orange and white is just such a goated combo. Originally I liked the, like in Clone Wars terms or in Star Wars terms, I liked the 501st Legion the most. But as time moved on, I actually realized, at least from an aesthetic point of view, that I like the the Imperial Fist, I want to say, the 212 Legion a lot better. The 212 Regiment. Alright, what do we have? Okay, of course, we need a helmet. I'm going to pick the... Woo! No! Oh god, thank god. I thought I'd never see this helmet again. But yeah, of course we can pick this helmet. Ooh, there's another helmet option that I have that would be very cool. 212 are goats. Cody, my beloved. Yeah. Waxer and Boyle as well. I mean, the Clone Wars had loads of great characters. But they definitely went very hard. If this guy was like, if we said, alright, this guy's definitely gonna be a Dark Angel, I would have probably given him this helmet. If it even fits. Ah, it doesn't fit. Okay. Ah, it kinda does. Not really. But yeah, this masked hooded helmet. Oh man, if it would fit in there. Maybe if we would have done it differently. So like this piece of torso, then the helmet on there, and then the backplate. Maybe that would have worked. But yeah. Dang, it would have been so cool. But yeah, okay, now I don't have to feel bad if it doesn't work. Okay, then we'll just do the regular Gravis pattern helmet. Funnily enough, the helmet that also looks the most like a Clone Wars character. Nah, can we get it in there? Come on. Come on, get in there. Don't be so stubborn. It's almost correct. No. Hang on, if it works. Ooh! If it works this way, it has to work the other way around, right? Come on. My gosh. I thought the helmet was gonna be the easiest, that's why I saved it for last. What? What is happening over here? Even the camera shuts down because it's tired of me seeing it, doing this. Pretty bold of you to glue the helmet before painting. Oh, I mean, that's a good point, actually. The thing is, if I can get the helmet even in there. Like, damn, doing this while it's painted would have been tragedy. How can it be so hard to do the helmet? Maybe I should do the the unhelmeted version. Simply because that's probably going to be easier to fit there. Hello? Okay. Can we just put you in there? Is that a possibility? Can you please behave, man? Hello. I'm not memeing, by the way, guys. I'm genuinely struggling. Okay, hang on. Need more glue as well. Okay. Let's try this again. Okay. This almost works. Okay, goddamn. We managed to make it work somewhat. Does he look proper? Does he look in the right direction as well? Yep. Oh, what an ordeal. Holy shit. Okay. Whew, he's in there. Now, what do we have left? We do have 2 more head options left. Those are of no interest to us. I can just, you know, use my hands to get them out of the sprue to put them in my bits box. There we go. Can clean them up anytime later. But we also have like a couple of extras here. And you know me, I want to be dripped out of this guy. Oh, hang on, this go somewhere. This probably goes in his gauntlet, right? Does this go on the gauntlet? Can I just rip it off? Yep. What is this detail for? It is time to probably head back to the Games Workshop homepage and find out. Hang on, it can't be that hard, right? There is like this indentation here. Panzer Kitten says, remember that Imperial Fist who got headshotted by a Chaos Marine because he wasn't wearing a helmet and then got mocked by the Chaos Marine? Wasn't that just like a fan comic or something? Because I definitely saw that scene. I just wasn't sure. Like, is this from an actual book or is this... Because I only saw the comic. Okay, where is this thing missing? Where would this be missing? What is this? This looks like a pack of grenades. So possibly it's on his belt, but he doesn't wear a belt. He's a naughty boy. Oh, maybe here? Maybe on his leg? Maybe there? I'm guessing there, but I will confirm first with the comic. Oh yeah, bingo. I'm guessing he wears it on his leg, but I do want to confirm on the 3D page first. There we go. No, it's not. Let me zoom in actually. Can I zoom in without going crazy? There we go. Okay. There is definitely the one piece that we're looking for, the one piece. Hang on, I can do this. This is definitely missing. We haven't attached this. It's also not on the gauntlet. Not as far as I can see. What? Where are the grenades? Oh, here they are. There we go, on his belt. Looks like a weapons part. I thought so too, but no, they're here. They're on the back on his belt. So he actually is wearing a belt. Oh yeah, there we go. I can kinda... Oh, whoops. Forgot to switch around. I definitely can't see it here. On the backside near the ammo belt. Yeah, not quite, but yeah, almost. Hang on. Let me glue that on there. Because it's such a small, tiny detail, you're probably not going to be able to see any of that. But I will try my best to showcase. Go. Oh. Somewhere around there. Yeah, you guys can't see it, okay. This was a lot rougher and yet worked a lot smoother than I imagined. Bingo. Bingo bongo. And there we have the prong to attach the belt. Oh, we have two different options. Okay. We can either do the Tomb King Nehekara style emblem or the cross emblem. I'm gonna be real, I don't really like either. But I feel like the cross is cooler. I feel like the cross is cooler, yeah. Especially if for some reason I should decide to make him a Black Templar, I don't know. There we go. Skip the emblem? You think this looks cool? Nah, it would look like something is missing there, especially here, you see? This like weird indentation. You make me tea?
I think you have to...
Okay, I'm almost done anyways. Yep. Thank you. Yeah, I'm showing this. Hmm? Yeah, okay, I'm literally just gluing on the very last part. It's your mini. Yeah, again, but you know, you guys do have the best ideas. For example, I would have probably not figured out, not very likely, that this guy actually comes with 2 power fists. And I feel like, dang. The 2 power fists make him look menacing as hell. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like if we would have given him a sword instead, the overall silhouette of the miniature would be way too, like, a lot more messy and a lot more distracting. Now the highest point of the miniature is just the servo skull and the weight of it all. So there we go. And the weight of it all is a lot more centered on the middle, a lot more grounded. And I think just the 2 fists also make him look way more visceral as well. So yeah, great choice on that. Alright. And the Terminator Captain. The Captain in Gravis Armour is done as well. A great miniature, of which my beautiful, lovely girlfriend has gifted to me for the 10th of December. For the 10th day of Christmas, my girlfriend gave to me, my true love gave to me, a Captain in Gravis Armour. You know, or so the song goes. Now, we have built 2 guys today. This great Tactical Marine, which really could be a Raven Guard maybe, and this Terminator Captain as well. I will think about what we're gonna do with them. Not quite sure, not 100% sure what exactly we're gonna do with him. But anyways, tomorrow we are going to paint this guy, this Dark Angel Hellblaster. Will be very interesting to paint. Maybe I'll already do a little bit of groundwork beforehand, just to make sure that we'll have enough time for the OSL effects that I definitely want to include here. Not quite sure if I want to do them off camera though. We'll see, I guess. But yeah. Okay. Closing the bits box, I want to do 2 last things. On the one hand, hang on, I want to show you guys the lovely mug in which my girlfriend has made me tea. This. Merry Christmas indeed. Or Merry Kingmas for all my Space King enjoyers. Oh yeah, and it's of course, yeah. Tea, the tea in there is from my girlfriend, and the mug itself is from my grandma. Perfect. It's chocolate tea. That's what the taste is. Very tasty. Oh. You weren't so to show. Merry Kingmas. Merry Kingmas indeed. Hang on. Oh, can I do the symbol? Something like this, right? I don't know how they do it. I need to rewatch the show, I guess. Oh yeah. Oh, of course this, you know. Anyways, before I lose myself in the gang signs over here. Remember, Jan, be positive. I can't do the blood symbol though. That's a step too far for me. And yeah, I did wanna check out the Games Workshop. I did want to check out, oh yeah, there we go. Ave Imperator, his angels. Yes, hang on. This thing over here. I did want to check this guy out. I learned how to do bloods because of the show. Oh yeah. I mean, again, I have heard that depending on where you live, it is actually a gang sign, so I've heard that some people actually have gotten in trouble for it. Though, to me, that seems more like an urban legend than anything else. But yeah. Anyways, ooh, look at this. Bringavada's doing a live. Wow, I really cooked with that thumbnail, didn't I? Holy shit. Yeah, that YouTuber knows what's up. Give him a sub, give him a like. This guy shows promise. It's a real gang sign? Yeah, I thought so. It is a real gang sign. Down in LA? Oh well. Oh, it very much is. Luckily, Sweden doesn't have the blood gang as far as I know. Well, okay, anyways. Before I waste any more time, I did want to check out that trailer together with you guys, if you want. It will be the last thing that we do today before I head out, basically. All right, let me do a last sound check. Ba-ba-ba-ba. Okay. Ba-ba-ba. There we go. Where should I put? Hang on. One last check. I do want to check where I usually put my camera. This is the first live reaction I ever do, by the way. I've never done this live together with you guys before. I usually do whatever. I'll explain as we go. Usually with these reactions, I like to just have the trailer playing and discuss it afterwards, so I don't pause it to give my commentary right then and there. Okay, my camera usually is in the upper left corner. Okay, then everything can just stay the same. Oop, that's the wrong side. There we go. All right. Who is down for a great trailer? Hang on, let me fix this resolution. Can't believe I'm here witnessing history. Oh yeah, price not right. You did have the perfect timing to join the Brink of Art stream. All right, time to go. I'm doing it a little bit louder. Hopefully everything's all right. Okay. There we go. Let's go.
When the darkness plagues our world, our faith will banish the night, and his light a holy beacon, guiding us his worthy vessels. Ave Imperator, Ave Imperator, offer up our tithe to pay, fulfill our duty and praise, sacrifice we gladly to find refuge in his embrace. Ave Imperator, Ave Imperator. We look to the stars to fall, rain the heavens will burn. His foulest was to die, and our fates to find may we know his angels come. May we know his angels come. Ave Imperator, Ave Imperator.
Yo, that was kind of really cool. Holy shit. Interesting. Right around Christmas as well. It did feel a little bit like a Christmas Carol, right? But like 40K, of course. And yet they released it quite a lot of time before Christmas. But yeah. I thought, you know, his angels and the way that this was framed in the beginning of like people trying to like get some hope, right? To get more hope up, get their morale up. I thought that there would be like a twist, right? Because I know that there's some animation out there where the angels actually turned out to be, I think, Iron Warriors. So, they think, oh, the Space Marines, the Emperor's Angels are here to save us. Only for it in the end to be just, what can I say? Just, yeah, again, heretics, heretic Astartes. But no, this actually is a lot more hopeful than I thought, especially with very cool to see also like the dog tags that they have on their arms. Hang on, what's on there? All right, I'm actually not in the lore enough to say what this actually means. I think this probably means like birth date, probably. Don't really know. Bent and Rab or Hab. Oh, this is the Hab number that they inhabit. Okay, and then Send maybe Send, and then the place in the Hive City that they occupy or that they have to work in. But yeah, very cool to see this Factorium worker also help with the defense as like possibly a Vox operator. And then who do we have? We have some Tech Priest over here. This looks like a Commissaire, I think. Like the silhouette with the hat as well. Carrying, maybe? Or being carried, or at least supported by a Cadian officer. A Cadian soldier. No, okay, it's definitely not. It's a not a Commissaire, but like a company commander at least. And then we have the Cadians. Very interesting to see this. So yeah, who was it who said that? Price Not Right said it. Same people who made Kill Lupercal looks dope. It definitely looks dope, but I did figure that the facial animation especially, I think you can tell especially by the facial animation, that this is not the same team that did the edition trailer for Warhammer, or the Age of Darkness trailer, the new one, the Saturnine trailer. Yeah, I think this is definitely where you can see it. Very interesting. And of course, to everybody's delight, it's actually Emperor's Angels, right? It's actually the Space Marines. The Ultramarines, nonetheless. So this also fits very well in the broader narrative as well. So this is not just a one-shot, because as we have seen in the Titus trailer, Titus was tasked by Gilliman himself to reclaim the 500 worlds of Ultramar. And I think this definitely is where they take one of their first stands. I think it's no coincidence that they show the Ultramarines as defenders of this world. Also very nice to see that they sent a veteran to, go in right away. I'm actually not sure about his helmet, what that is. I think this means like veteran captain, veteran lieutenant or something. Veteran sergeant at the very least, but I know that this sign on their pauldron means veteran. So long-standing Space Marine. Very cool. And of course, who could the enemy be? We see a lot of green fire coming in. Green hellscape. These are, of course, the Necrons, right? Price Not Right says, very good point. Definitely seems tied to the 500 Worlds campaign. Yes, I think so too. At the very least with what we're seeing here, right, with the green fire coming, the green less streaks, this has to be like Necrons. Yeah, very nice to see Titus immediately going to work. He's not skipping out. But yeah, very cool to see also. So we oftentimes see characters during battle partaking in the battle, but this is actually not the case. We see this civilian at work, we see her operating a Vox console, if it is all the same character. I think so, I'm not quite sure. But here she is in her HAB unit, trying to get some rest after a 16-hour workday, but you see the fire raging beyond her the steel walls that make her HAB compartment. Very cool. There was also one scene in the Horus Heresy book, The First Wall, which I found really interesting. Tragic, of course, as well, but like two civilians preparing, two old people, basically, in the harbor of the Imperial Palace preparing for an assault. And the husband is like, oh, should I make us some tea? And she's like, oh, now you really want to burn up and use up the only few tea reserves that we have? And he's like, oh, well, you know, what other time maybe we won't get the chance. And right then the shield fails, the protective shields, and their HAB unit gets just vaporized by a land strike from orbit. And it's actually described very tragically. Very, like, and this scene just reminds me of that. Just like a civilian in her HAB unit not partaking in the fight, but definitely, of course, affected by it. You know, the stuff crumbling down around her. Very cool. All Ye Faithful. Very, very cool callback. And of course, you know, the thing with, you know, showing war footage with just some choral in the background, with just some singing is always cool cinematically. Can we actually see more? Is this like an obelisk over there? Hard to say. I think this could be a Necron obelisk. Hard to say. Too hard to say. Of course, Battle Barge, and then we have the Necron front line right there. But yeah. Very cool. A rather small hive city, you know, this doesn't seem to pierce all the way into orbit. Just saying. I'll be sure to watch it on totally legal streaming sites. Oh yeah, you're right. This is probably a trailer for another series. You're 100% right. Yeah, I think so too. I saw one guy who uploaded the entire. Is it still on YouTube, by the way? What was the Blood Angel shows again? Angel Show Hammer Plus. I want to see if it's still on YouTube. Is it still on YouTube? I also liked it, I think, so I would have known. Yeah, okay, it's no longer on YouTube. Games Workshop actually took it down. But yeah, actually insane. Somebody once uploaded the entire Blood Angel show. I didn't get to watch it, unfortunately. Which I, of course, you know, I would never do. I would never try to scam Games Workshop out of a subscription from me. No, of course not. But yeah, okay. That was the last thing that I wanted to do with you guys. Thank you very much for sticking around all this time for the stream. It was a great stream. I really enjoyed this. We got a lot of stuff done, built 2 Marines. Very, very happy with that. And of course, very happy with the turnout. I hope you'll enjoy the rest of December. I hope you'll have a nice day tomorrow. And I'll see you again in tomorrow's painting stream of a Dark Angel Hellblaster. Around... I'll try to, you know, start as always. So between 6 and 7 p.m. CET for all my European bros. Between 18 and 19 o'clock Central European time. Danke for streaming. Hey, danke for watching. Guten Abend. Very, very nice of you. Alright, guys. Cheers. Merry Christmas. Ave Imperator. Merry Kingmas. Oh, don't get the symbol quite right yet. But yeah. Bye bye. Have a nice evening.